Hey everyone, Ryan here, and today I wanted to take a look at the LEGO Star Wars Obi-Wan's JEDI Interceptor. Given set number 75135 with 215 pieces, this set retailed for just $25 upon its release in early 2016. And if you want to buy it nowadays, sealed in box like I have here, it'll cost you over $150. That is just absurd. Now, quick little personal story. I was so convinced that this set was going to go up in price back in 2017 when it was retiring. I bought a couple at full retail price, and after like a year or two, the price hadn't gone up all that much. Maybe it was worth 40 or 50 bucks, and I was like, well, this is just never going up in value. And my lesson I learned is I'm bad at investing. Anyway, the front of the box shows the beautiful model off. Of course, this is when the sequels were coming out, so we have Kylo Ren on the top right of the box, and then your two figures included in the set, Obi-Wan Kenobi and R4 P17. As usual, the back of the box has interesting artwork and shows off the features for the set. Let's take a look inside the box. Always love an easy tape seal unboxing, and let's see what we've got. Probably just 2 or 3 numbered bags here. Oh, a little bit of a mangled sticker sheet. Not too bad, actually. Looks like only one sticker really affected by this, possibly. But yeah, quite a few stickers because a lot of them go on the foils on the side or whatever. The Obi-Wan Kenobi figure in this set is excellent. The torso print is phenomenal with his robes and belt, and then you have the continuous waist and leg print, which always looks lovely. The leg print is a little washed. It definitely needed to be brightened up to match the rest of the look. That is something that LEGO in general has a huge problem with, just getting the color tones to match there with the light tan on the dark tan. It just isn't working out, but the design is fine. Just the execution there with the color control is pretty bad. The back torso is really detailed as well for just the back of a figure. Not that exciting, but very detailed. Just regular blue lightsaber. He's got his microphone right near his mouth, and he's got a bit of a worried look on this face. And here we have a very stern look for his second face. Really awesome figure overall for this set, just obviously fits perfectly. Here we have the R4 P17 up close and personal. Very good looking print, just very detailed as you would expect from astromech droids in the mid-2010s. No back print or anything that we see modern day in 2022, and it does have a slight tilt on the dome print. That's pretty standard for most LEGO astromech droids. The quality on that is still not good to this day, but of course in 2016 no different. Overall, just a figure you would expect in the quality you would expect, nothing over the top. This version of Obi-Wan's JEDI Interceptor is absolutely gorgeous. Now, it is in the old, fragile, dark red, so I was a bit worried of cracking some pieces while putting this together. It definitely felt like at times they were a bit tight, so if you do go out and get a sealed version or a used version of this and are putting it together, just be careful, but overall I did not have any issues, so that was definitely good, and I'm very thankful for that. Starting on the left wing here, we have the Republic logo. We've got a couple of laser cannons in the front here, and then we've got a small area here for R4 P17 to stand in. It's a bit of a shallow space, so you'll notice he pops out quite a bit from there, which is not ideal. You can see the build that they use to hold him in underneath. Very simple design with an inverted tile on the bottom, but like he just pops out too much on the top, so not a huge fan of the way it looks with him in there. And then on the other wing you'll see a similar design. This one actually just looks a little bit cleaner, and that is done so that when you place the model down you don't have any weird wobble to one side or the other. They're both pretty even there. Even though you don't have a perfectly symmetrical design, it just functionally performs the same. Moving further back on the wings, you can see a sticker design up here, and then right here I looked up a cross section of the JEDI Interceptors, and it turns out that these are just superficial wing armor. They don't actually serve a particular function other than protecting the ship. I always thought they were like for balance or something, I don't know, but like, yeah, it turns out that they're just there to protect the ship, and I guess by extension the people in the ship. And so you have these in dark red, which these were the scariest pieces to put together. I thought these clips here were just going to snap off while I was putting it together, but it did not, luckily. The wings do have a sticker design on them, so there's the top left, and here is the bottom left wing sticker design. And then flipping it over to the other side, you can see it's just very similar, if not exactly the same sticker designs on all of those. Opening these is a breeze. You just pull them open, and then underneath we have another really detailed sticker with another Republic style logo there. Very cool looking, and very detailed for a $25 set, in my opinion. Looks really good. The underside of each of these armor fins is going to look like this with this kind of sticker design. It's kind of got a mesh pattern to it. Very accurate to what we see in episode 3. So of course, if you want to have all of them opened up, that is something that you can do and is very easy to achieve. It's another one of those sets where I feel like it'd be nice if it had a stand, like modern day. If Lego were to release this, it'd be sick if it came with a little stand, but it's also something that you could build for yourself. Just some 2x4 bricks added onto the flat bottom here would do the trick, so that you can actually display it with those wings or fins folded out like that, because it looks so cool with that. There's a better look at that side design, and like I said, opening and closing these is a breeze. So there they are, closed up. They don't close the same on the top and the bottom, which is a little annoying. Like, I do wish they kind of were the same, but this one just is stopped by a plate underneath before it can close up as much as the top one does. The engines on the rear use these trans blue pieces to represent the thrust coming out the back. It's a bit of a dull look, but at least it's there. And then you can see your spring-loaded shooters right beneath that with the neon green. Really sticks out, and you can see it from the bottom side here. It looks really cool kind of from the front, but really just sticking out from the back. So if you want to shoot these off, all you have to do is push down on them, and they are spring-loaded shooters, so they will go quite a distance. Now, before we delve deep into the cockpit area, I do want to show one final feature of the wings, and that is that they can be pushed up slightly like that, so the wings can be flattened out. This is not the official look. It doesn't look good like this, but it's something that you can do, and there are plates here to hold the wings from going any further down than they're supposed to, which is really good. So anyway, the cockpit is the same piece that they've been using since 2005, just with a slightly different print this time around. It is a very detailed print at that. It looks really good. It's got some clear bits and of course some parts that are covered up. Like, this is one of the cooler starfighter cockpit pieces that Lego makes, and it's combined with this front piece here that kind of looks like the front of a TIE fighter but miniaturized, and it looks really good like this. So they've knocked it out of the park with that combo design there, and you can see you can pull this up and away, so they are separate pieces, and it does have a stud on a tile there, so it can kind of clip into place, so you don't have to worry about it falling off or something during the course of play. Like, that's also a really good and smart, well thought out part of this. So you can see the hinge at the back here, it just pulls off perfectly, and it's kind of stopped right there. It doesn't go any further back. So looking to the interior, there unfortunately is not a lot going on, and there are definitely some negative aspects here. We are missing any bit of a control panel or steering column or anything. That is something that was there in 2005, but they took away for this model, so that was a bit disappointing. And then another thing I don't love about this, we're going to get that Obi-Wan minifigure in there, but it's just studs on the bottom. And what is prone to happening when you only have studs on the bottom of a model like this is minifigure legs can just get stuck down there. It can be harder to get them out. Like, it's nice. It's a very good way to hold them in there and not worry about them moving around, but it does make it a bit tough sometimes to get figures out of there. As you can see, you'll pull their hair off or head off first, almost 90% of the time maybe. So definitely small downside there, missing any control panel or anything, and the legs being kind of stuck in there sometimes. Obi-Wan does look super sick inside that cockpit, but this set is missing one more thing. It's something that seems pretty standard on these types of play sets, and that's a little clip for the lightsaber. There's just nowhere for this thing to go, even though you have this huge empty space on the other side of the wing where you could easily fit a clip underneath and then store the lightsaber, or maybe under there next to your spring-loaded shooters. There's just nowhere for it to go, which is unfortunate. I mean, ultimately, you're going to end up having to place it inside with Obi-Wan if you can even get it to stay in here. I don't know, I just don't feel like that's a good look, with the lightsaber half hanging out of the bottom. So yeah, just nowhere to put the lightsaber, which really doesn't matter, but this is a playset for kids, and that's a sort of play feature that is usually there, I feel like. In 2016, this set was an excellent pickup. However, in 2022, with current day market prices on this sort of thing, near $200 sealed in the box, it's something I just cannot recommend buying for that price. It's cool, but I don't think it has legendary status where paying 8 times its original retail price is just worth it for most people. It's probably worth waiting for a remake of some sort, or picking up the episode 2 version of the Starfighter that should be out this summer of 2022. There's definitely some other options out there for you. Just this one's unfortunately super expensive now. This is still a fantastic set though, and one that I'm going to give a rating of 9.5 out of 10. It's about as good as you can get for a $25 range Lego Star Wars playset in the year 2016. So let me know what you guys think about this Obi-Wan set in the comments section below. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. You can check out more Lego Star Wars set reviews on the end screen now.